everybody for coming today. We've talked many times about this before, but this is a great time to be living in this city. We are committed, this commission is committed to the revitalization of our city. Not only downtown, because we talk a lot about downtown, but other areas of our city. We've worked on neighborhoods, Mechanicsville. We're in the process of taking a hard look at the Triplet Twist area. So there's exciting things going on everywhere. Our success thus far has come, though, from looking at all options. When we set out to do a project, we want it done right, as we have demonstrated with the many projects we've done to date. This includes our efforts and cooperation to bring professional hockey to Owensboro and our commitment to the tremendous success of our other sports partners, the Kentucky Mavericks, Kentucky Wesleyan basketball, Dr. Bart Darrell, I believe, is here, and Owensboro Catholic basketball. As for the Sports Center, we set out originally on a very aggressive schedule that we were willing to work with as long as it produced a great product for our community. Our partners, the Icemen, I believe, share and know that they share that goal to invest in our community, do it right the first time, and have a win-win for Owensboro. I am excited about where this journey has taken us and where we will end up once we are playing professional hockey here in Owensboro, and we will. The Sports Center, though, is more than 60 years old, and it has its challenges. And with the goal of making sure we, in partnership with the Icemen and Ron Gary, who will speak here in a minute, do this right, we have agreed to extend the contract deadline until September 30th, 2016 to allow the owner and the city to weigh three options. One, renovate the existing structure. Two, build a new structure on the site where the Sports Center sits today. And three, which is the one I like the most, build a brand new arena as a part of the TIF development on Highway 54. And why would I say that? Right now, the consultants have estimated that that project will generate $158 million in new tax revenue. 85% of that, $135 million, is state tax money. State tax money. The largest component being sales tax, $101 million. Why would we not want to do everything we can to take advantage of that and receive as much state assistance as we possibly can? With that, I have asked Ed to prepare for the City Commission's approval an amendment to our TIF project to include this new arena. That doesn't mean that we will build it there, but it allows for that possibility, and it is something we definitely need to explore. All three of these options warrant careful and deliberate consideration and vetting. By doing this, we will be able to allow the many events planned for this spring, including the Mavericks tournament, our local graduations, and many other events to take place at the Sports Center. We have been wrestling ever since we made this original announcement as far as where all of these things were going to take place if we started to renovate the Sports Center. That no longer will be an issue. Again, we are excited about the opportunity this brings to our community and are thankful for our continued partnership with professional hockey. Speaking of hockey, the Icemen are very fortunate to be relocating to Owensboro because this community is also home of the Owensboro Rampage hockey team, who recently beat Louisville Trinity 6-0 to win the state championship. We will be honoring them tomorrow at our commission meeting. Mr. Gary, looks like you have a feeder system for your professional team. These are exciting times in our Sportstown, USA, and we look forward to all the opportunities that we're going to have going forward. With that, I'm going to stop and give Mr. Gary an opportunity to speak. Ron?
Thank you, Mayor. Obviously, a very exciting period of days for us. We have worked about 5 or 6 weeks researching, analyzing the renovation of the Sports Center. Just a wonderful, beautiful, historic building that I've actually fallen in love with. And I love all the folks that are out there with us, Kentucky Wesleyan, Owensboro Catholic, who also now is in the state tournament, I understand too. And also, obviously, Kentucky Mavericks, and then many other folks that rent that. And so, from my perspective, it's a beautiful facility. We have, because of, I guess, the rush of doing things, we've had, I want to thank all the engineers, architects who have helped us do all the studies, a lot of different drafts. And the result is that we still have a need to try to pin down a final layout. We have about the 5th one, I think, is definitely the best, and it's getting pretty exciting. But it has taken much longer than we thought. But yesterday, the the ECHL Hockey League had an owners meeting to officially approve the transfer from Evansville to Owensboro. That's official now. We are officially going to be the Owensboro team that will be in the ECHL. But because of the delays, and not because of we just had a whole bunch of hard work, I sought wise counsel from all 28 members that own the teams throughout the National League that we're in. And they all said, Ron, we want you to have the right approach and do it right first time. They've been there many more years than I have in the league. And they just said that they've had other efforts in the past that they've watched and been associated with, that you can rush this thing and you don't get it right. And so they recommended, and I also recommended, that we receive a 1-year going dark for us, so we can take that extra time and pursue these other 2 really, I think, very satisfactory opportunities, and make sure that when we get this done, that it is done right, and it's one that we'll all be proud of, as far as the construction, the renovation, or construction, wherever it might be located here in Owensboro. So that's also been approved for us to do that. It was a very difficult decision for me, because we've been building this organization up for 9 years, and we've got a lot of momentum going, but this, I think, is definitely the right decision to take the extra time, do all the analysis for all 3 of the approaches. And again, the original approach of analyzing and renovating the Sports Center is coming along. We're making some progress, and we have some improvements, but we've had to deal with some unique situations, one of which is you take the existing seating, the construction and everything, and as you look down from the various seats to the floor is going to be down from where a lot of the seats are, and so what is called the line of sight wasn't as good as we originally thought. So we now have made arrangements to correct that, and we have some possibilities. If we stay there, we're going to have approximately 18 suites that will be very nice. But that adds to the cost. It adds to the viability of return on investment, which we all have to look at, not only from the city's perspective, but from our perspective. And so the result is we're going to take the extra time, pursue maybe a new construction of a new building if we can't quite get there with the renovation. I'm a historical preservationist. I want the first one to work, but we now have some great opportunities that were not even thought about when we first started approaching this. So we're excited. We think it's going to be really good. The team, we're going to open up an office here as soon as our season's over, April the 9th, over at Evansville. And we're going to be arranging to sell tickets, season tickets. We're going to have sponsorships. We'll have public appearances by our various teams that we have, not only the players, but also a lot of the players we think are maybe going to be joining us at this time. And the result is that it's going to be good to be here and immerse into the community and let you all help us grow this into what I want is to bring a national championship to Owensboro. It's a 2018 league, so it's quite an accomplishment when you accomplish it, but I'm sure we're going to do that, and it would be great to do that here in Owensboro. So at this point, that's our announcement. We're excited. It was a lot of hard work. We're not going to get there as quickly as we wanted to, but on the other hand, we want to do it right from the beginning, and we want the finished product to be right and one that everybody is proud of. So at this point, if you have any questions for the mayor or myself, we're here.